Hello there, everybody. I had something clever worked out for my intro, but I forgot it. Oh, don't blame me. It wasn't my fault. I had the memory retention of a hamster. And a dragon. That's not a hamster and a dragon, it was a hamster. And I just encountered well, actually it's two rabid dogs that will attack you with their cuteness. Which is a lot better than other things that they could attack you with that sound similar. Anyways, today we are on the brink of severe plotage. Or something of that nature, I'm not really sure. It's 3:38 in the morning and my family's asleep, and possibly planning to kill me. Why? Because I'm doing LPs at 3:30 in the morning. But that's fine. I've recently been getting involved a little bit with GameAnyone.com. Pretty cool place if you're into LPers and things of that nature. I personally enjoy watching them. The site's very well organized and there's less YouTube to deal with, so it's a pretty cool place if you want to check it out. This is less of a plug for the site. I'm not trying to advertise for them. I'm just letting you guys know about it if you didn't already know. So yeah, really cool place if you want to check it out. But anyways, tonight we will be wrapping up some loose ends on B8, hopefully. I actually don't think there's a boss in B8, well, other than the Vampire Lord, but that was more of a quest than an actual boss encounter. And we're just going all out on the poor thief. He doesn't even know what he did. He's just like, I just worked with the dogs because they were cute, and yeah, he was, contrary to the norm, he was actually the dog's pets. Or they were the dog's pets. I don't know what I'm talking about either. Okay, and I believe that leads somewhere good, but we don't want to go there right now. We would like to look at the map. Actually, yeah, we can go in this room. We can go up here. And look, flyers. And we have a different background for the battle. Experience bombs. I don't even remember what I did to these guys last time. I think massive spellage was what I did to these guys last time. So we'll do it again. We would like to use... I had a Megadeth. Never mind, I will not use Megadeth. I will use Ash. And cross my fingers that it works on these guys. Nice work. It's okay, even Henna couldn't do it, I forgive you. So I pulled a muscle in my back the other day, in the most undramatic way ever. But we're not here to talk about my lack of awesomeness. We're here to talk about my back, which has left me in quite a bit of pain the last 2 days. So I haven't really been able to do all that much. Not that I would normally be doing very much, mind you, but that's not the point. So, yeah, that's getting better. I've been getting better over the last few days. And I'm here to do more LPs. Didn't do a magic game this week, though, which kind of sucks. So, I've basically been really bored all the time. Boredom is, however, good for you guys. I've got another game in store that I plan to do an LP of soon. Not a very long game, so it'll be something I can don't have to stress about too much about getting done real quick. But it'll be fun, and I'll get to show that to you guys if you're interested. Or if you're not interested, I'm gonna do it anyway. Just you watch. I'll make you love me. And the game, more importantly. Damn it, I remember you guys being easier to kill. Not that you're really harmful or anything, you're just annoying. Your floating ectoplasm that is hard to hit. Vaporized. And a ridiculous amount of experience for a ridiculously low amount of work. Alright, and this is the room. I actually don't know if we should go up the stairs. I think something might happen if you go up the stairs. That's why God made save states. Alright, we have some chests. As you can see, this blocks you off from the main of the room. This is what lies beyond the maze. And I opened it with the wrong character. I'm so used to having a rogue where Slail is. I just, by habit, just kind of go down there. But, yeah. So this is the room that lies beyond the maze of portals that we've been exploring around in. And Kyo is my only one. I don't have to do anything. So, but we can't get there from here. A reviving Vellum. That's a nice one. Too bad GOTS kind of invalidates so much of that cool stuff you find. So, we can't get there from here, obviously. There's a... Well, I don't know why we couldn't just step over that little pit, but whatever. Okay. So, we have some stuff that goes on here. There's a rock sticking out of the ground. It looks like a kind of switch. Will you push this rock?
Indeed we shall.
Okay. And since this game's not really about graphics or anything cool, you won't actually see anything happen. You'll have to come back later. But stuff did happen, I assure you. Lash. Maybe we'll spell cancel. We need to use some of her firepower too. I always forget about her. And we will do huge flame to all enemies.
Because nothing is better than fire.
I just wasted that spell. Well, gonna save me a spell. Alright. More experience for next to nothing, though not nearly as much. Fairy wings. Alright, now we have to go through this. Get out of my way, dragon. Chimera. But this is just going too well for me to throw it away fighting Chimera. So we're leaving. Okay, so we gotta navigate through this teleporter maze over here. I actually lied in the last video. I didn't come back with a map. I figured, well, I was doing so well without one, I probably didn't need to grab one. Will I regret it? Will you regret it? Well, we'll have to find out. Alright. So if playing this game has taught me anything, it's not to use the direct path, but I think that's actually what I need to do here, is just go straight up into that other little O-shaped room up there. Which I kept the map still this time so I can actually point it out to you, though I'm pretty sure you can guess where we're going now. Ninjas and the angry world-destroying bishops.
Lash.
Restrict shot. I will go with restrict shot. And you do your stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna do huge flame damage, and we really need to get your spells up. I keep saying I'll do that off camera, but I'm incredibly lazy. I know that amazes most of you, but I'm not very motivated. But yeah, I'll probably try to do that off screen, if I remember to. I don't know. It's like, it's not that hard to do. Especially now that we have the reagent guy, it's really easy to just go down and buy his stuff. But, I don't know, I'm just the kind of personality, if I don't have to do something, I probably won't. If it's, you know, in the least bit not fun or exhilarating. But, I'll try. Just you against us. He's got a red jumpsuit apparatus. Does anyone even care about that band anymore? I don't know. I remember when they were popular, I guess. I don't know any of their music. I just remember when they were popular and people would talk about them at school. And I haven't heard about them in a long time. Especially now that Emo's dead. You son of a bitch. We should probably protect Sarah, because we need her to bring back the dead people. Ooh. Damn you. Oh, you anticipated my plan. So for those of you who are not from Texas, there have been quite a few wildfires going on out here the last few days. almost burned down the Renaissance Festival, but thankfully it was saved. Not by people. Well, that's not true. That's not fair to say. The firemen worked really hard to get it contained, but it did actually just rain today, which helped out quite a bit. So, no burned Renaissance Fair. Which is good, but I don't know, the part of me that loves tragedy. I don't know. I'm strange in the head. I don't know. Okay. You're just pissing me off now. Because you're tenacious. D. Alright. You and Henna, you swap places and do stuff. And then get killed again, and I had to revive you. Damn you, shifty ninja. So if I did restrict shot on Sarah and Henna, and then I switched places, would it still block for Sarah, even if he attacked? I don't know. I could try that sometimes, see if they thought about that. Let's see. You guys can go back to your restriction job. Ah! And we need you to heal, or feel, you know.
Feel her up.
Alright. I probably could have used better combinations on that. In Lash would have worked much better. But, as I said, it's 3:30 in the morning. And while that normally doesn't mean that much for me, I actually am kind of out of it at the moment. Which should make this part... You son of a bitch.
It's the Prince Demons.
And they suddenly hit me. Because the game wants to be cheap. They want to take me down a notch, man. And they're going to converge on Ricardo. Okay, no one cares. Somehow I feel we lost Ricardo.
Beat up his corpse.
That'll teach you not to wear pants. Okay then. This is when we get the hell out of here. God dang, that's a lot of bacon. I bet none of you have seen that video either. Maybe you have. I've been surprised before. Mostly by my friends, but that's not the point. So Sarah has the power to bring back the dead. She's kind of like she's like Jesus Christ McDuff or something. No, it's amazing people don't find that more remarkable in role-playing games. It kind of devalues death too. And here we are at the other phallic crystal room. You didn't help a lot, you know that? You just watched us get our asses kicked twice. Thanks a lot, Colgan.
The last crystal held the emotions of the earth.
What does this one hold? What kind of emotions? You and Colgan slowly reached for the crystal. You fondled it carefully and... The homoerotic tension filled the air. My oldest memory is rain. I remember the gentle spring rain soaking my face. A woman told me to wait here. That was most likely my mother. My mother kept looking back, waving as she left. In my hands is a slice of bread. I waited while nibbling on it, believing my mother's words. 3 rainy mornings have passed. The bread is running short. Even so, I waited for my mother with my arms around my knees. I heard the adults' voices mixed in with murmur of rain. My, another abandoned child. The nearby town's crops are dying due to this rain. They can't afford a child. This isn't an orphanage. We only take care of so many. Oh well. We're not just let a child starve to death in front of our monastery. Abandoned, abandoned, abandoned. 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 Okay, we get the picture. Abandoned! The voice echoed within my head. I ran, trying to escape the voices. I thought I heard someone calling me back. My feet kept on moving. I felt that if I stopped, I would have to accept the fact that I was abandoned. This is... Slael? Your memory? That child looked like you. All stupid and such. But you just trembled, holding yourself without answering Colgan. Your face was pale and lips white. You wanted to turn back, but the waves of memory came from the left and from the right, and took you in. You have no choice but to go on. The child was running through a small alley. He stops due to the silence. He doesn't know where he came from. If he can't find it, he can't meet his mother. The mist began to coil around the child. It slowly took the form of a human. This will not end well for you, child. What's wrong, young boy? Have you no place to go? No place to return? Colgan swallowed his breath. Yes, we know. The child shakes his head. Mom told me to wait. So you're waiting for your mother. But you are shaking due to the cold. Will you come with me? You can wait there. I have a package of sucker strapped to my thigh. To the young Slael, the old bishop looked gentle. He does not look at all gentle. But in your eyes now... Next to you, Colgan was yelling, "Stop it!" But the child will take his hand, and tears fall from your eyes, thinking of the fate the child will soon carry. The young Slael lived in the underground temple with the old bishop. After a year, he understood the bitter fact that he was abandoned. Slael, do not hate your mother. Your mother had to do so to save herself. What mother would willingly abandon her child? Your anger should only be directed at one person, Queen Otilier. She is a cold queen who never tried to help the people suffering from a poor crop season. If that girl, who just became queen, immediately set up something to handle the situation, this tragedy would have never happened. That's bullcrap! Her kind majesty would never abandon her people. She used the imperial treasury to save the people. At that time, Slael had no choice but to believe the bishop. It was too hard to hate his mother. As long as she is queen, this tragedy will continue. Slael, you shall become the sword to strike down the queen. From then on, Slael learned many different things in order to strike down the queen, all from the style of assassination. Slael became an assassin for the sole purpose of killing the queen. With each new power learned, he lost a piece of emotion. With each new knowledge gained, he lost part of his ability to think. Hey. Eventually, Slael's eyes became cold as ice. I won't sing, I promise. And then you came. How can I not make fun of that? As a queen's guard, here to take Her Majesty's life, Colgan approached you. Being abandoned, that was pitiable. You had no choice but to follow him. Why didn't you just realize that his words were just lies about Her Majesty? You waited, just waited, silently for the next wave of memory. The waves take happiness and despair with them. You know that. You thought of the happiness you'll never get back and closed your eyes. This was depression. Oh God. This is the castle. Her Majesty! Slail, have you grown accustomed to your position as a Queen's Guard? Yes, Your Majesty. That is good to hear. It is reassuring to have new guards. That's stupid. Slail, were you here all this time? You like the view from here, don't you? What are you thinking? What are you feeling when you look at the town? Or are you reminiscing? Was I being too nosy? If so, I'm sorry. I just wanted to know more about you. Just look at my titties. You don't open up your heart to us. It is sad when we're both Queen's Guards, yet do not open our hearts to each other. What kind of guard organization is this? Nostalgic memories of happiness fill your heart. At first, you saw the Queen coldly as a foolish girl. At first, you thought that the priestess was a distasteful woman. Since when was it? You began to think of the Queen as Your Majesty, and the priestess as Sophia. Slail, I have a favor to ask of you. Will you come with me? Her Majesty will be fine. The chief and Culgan are with her. Oh God, this song. She didn't even answer where she was going. With no choice, Slail followed the priestess. And in our giant Aztec temple. Before I leave, I wanted to see this view with you. I'm going to a small village up north under Her Majesty's order. 100 or so undead are attacking that village. I've been ordered to purify the undead. A lot of the noblemen are saying to forget about just one village, but Her Majesty is taking it seriously. She said that this is all of Duhan's problem. But the nobles won't let us order the army, so Her Majesty ordered me. Your accompaniment? The priestess shook her head. This must be done in secrecy. I'm the only one going. Facing 100 dead by oneself, it felt so rash. Slail felt anger toward the Queen for such an order. Slail asked the priestess, "Are you not scared?" Slail, of course I am. But I wanted to answer Her Majesty's trust. Trust? Or confused? Her Majesty never orders anything reckless. She gave this order trusting my powers. A light of solid resolution dwelled within the priestess's eyes. This is my promise. I will come home, for Her Majesty, for me, because I want to see this view with you again. When the priestess said that, she jumped up, and her knockers bounced. In spite of himself, Slail called her name. Sophia! The priestess Sophia turned around, surprised. It's the first time you've ever called me by my name. It's kind of embarrassing. Sophia was fond of you. Culgan smiled wryly. I never figured out how to pronounce that word. When I suspected you, she was crying. And Her Majesty quietly reproached me. Slail, we need to talk. We fought together many times. I know your capabilities. But there's something that's bugging me. No one else has noticed it. Maybe because I'm a ninja that I noticed. Your style. Isn't that the style of assassination? You have the smell of death on you. The smell of the wind that carries death. That's the bean burrito. What do you plan on using your techniques on? Depending on your answer, Culgan drew his sword. Culgan, stop at once. The queen stepped in front of Culgan. Behind the queen stood Sophia. Culgan sheathed his sword. I'm truly sorry, but I have a duty of protecting you, Your Majesty. I must dispose of anyone who's a danger to Your Majesty, even if it be a friend, a queen's guard. Culgan, what are you saying? Sophia. She got butch all of a sudden. The queen quietly looked at Culgan and Slayle, bowing on their knees. I believe in you from the bottom of my heart. This is why you have placed your own life in my hands. If you are planning to kill me, then I must have done something incredibly foolish. But we do not need such a queen. Put me to the sword. You're stupid. Culgan and Slayle both raised their heads in surprise. You risked your life to protect me, then I shall risk my life on your heart. A life for a life. Your Majesty. The words from the queen's mouth threw Slayle into confusion.
This cannot be.
Slayle, I believe in you. In your heart, and deep within the closed doors of your soul. Your Majesty. From then on, you definitely changed. That's why I didn't say anything anymore. But now I think on it, that time, even if I made Sophia cry, or Her Majesty rebuked me, if only I had finished you off. So why did you betray Her Majesty and Sophia? Did you not hold them dearly in your heart? I can feel your feelings from these waves. Then why? At that time, a dark, sickening wave enveloped the party.
Damn you, Otilier!
I just noticed how funny his face looks.
How dare you reform my puppet, which I raised and brought up? But I won't leave it at this. I will resurrect my god by offering you, the descendant of Oriana. Then you, my puppet who betrayed me, everyone shall shed tears of blood.
That's not physically possible. You return to reality slightly disoriented. Slayle, that was... Culgan's face looked ghastly pale. It was like he swallowed poison. You silently bit your lip, and slowly moved away from the crystal. A sad and bitter memory. I can feel the nostalgia and the transition and the transience from the crystal. The memory is shining like a warm ray of light in the cold darkness. So this crystal is showing us your memory. If so, you must have lost your memory. When I first met you, you like you had came this way. This was the first time you came to this town. It would make sense if you were hiding something. But I cannot just come to think of that you're the type of person who would deceive us.
I would never have figured you were a queen's guard. You're way too shitty for that. They were role models when I was a kid. They didn't wear pants either. They were the shield that protects the queen. The heroes of warriors. You must have lost your memory. I mean, when I met you, you were an amateur who didn't even know how to do the allied actions. Well, I think it's because that dirty old bastard that caused all the problems.
It's obvious that Slayle has lost his memory, and maybe, perhaps the Queen as well. You saw that as well, didn't you? The deeply affectionate Queen the crystal revealed. This is the true form of the Queen of the people of Duhan love. I don't know if it's the same problem as Slayle's, but it's definitely God damn it! But it's definite that the Queen we have seen is a completely different person. I hope the glass crystal gives us some answer. Let's go. You know, it's funny, I don't remember there ever being another crystal. At least not when I originally played the game. I only remember there being the 2. Oh, goddammit, this again? The game's mad. I'm making progress. And it's just gotta fuck with me. Fortunately, they're all doing crap for damage. They're inefficient samurai. And then we have the priest to deal with, and that'll be... Don't hit Sarah. Okay then. Well, that's not good. Alright, first we shall... Not inlash. Yes, inlash. We shall inlash. We shall... Oh, where is it? We shall restrict shot. And... Where is it? Fields. The front row. And hopefully she herself doesn't get killed while I'm doing this. Yeah, my narration's pretty terrible tonight. I'll listen to it, and if it just sounds like utter crap, I might even redo this video. I don't know yet. Don't hit Ricardo. Ah, poop. That ain't no good mojo. Alright, we'll do this again. You shall restrict shot. And we'll do our business. This should take out the priests anyway. A nice little bit of vengeance. I don't think Michelle can revive people at the moment. I didn't expect this encounter to be that difficult, to be honest. I could go excessive and take out the, Okay, where's my second allied action? I think I messed that up somewhere in there. Restrict shot again. We gotta get rid of the priest, too. Okay, he's dead. Get that bastard out of here. And he gets to do one more little spell against us. You picked the wrong target, sir. You should have killed Ricardo while you had the chance. And now we just go all out on the guy. 21 damage. Okay, I don't think we have any way to bring Sarah back immediately, so we're going to try to do whatever we do out here as quickly as possible. God damn it. We'll look and see if we have a spell. I don't think we do, though. No, she didn't even have any priest spells memorized yet. Because I make efficient use of my bishops. Alright, once again, we shall look at the map. Alright, here's the last crystal, I think. It's in this big room right here. Yeah, there it is. This is the last crystal. You and Culgan slowly reached for the crystal. Let's not waste time on introductions. Slayle was gazing at the city at dusk as usual. Slayle. The Queen was standing there as Slayle turned around. As Slayle kneeled, the Queen stopped him. I have something to give you. Saying that, the Queen held out an old sword. Your growth is remarkable. Even the Duhan, who rarely ever praises people, was impressed. you have truly become a suitable Queen's Guard. You are now worthy to bear this sword. The sword has been passed down from generation to generation between the Queen's Guards. I'm looking forward to your work with this sword in your hand. The unexpected word surprised Slayle. Your Majesty. Now, take this sword. Slayle gave the deepest thanks and he reached out for the sword. Just as Slayle's fingers were about to grasp the sword...
So you give this sword to the one who is after your life?
Slayle's body stiffened. Lol. Who goes there? The fluctuation of magic gathered into one form. Slayle quickly shielded the queen behind his back. The old bishop appeared in a haze, and by his feet laid Sophia.
Sophia! I thought I told you not to create a weakness, my puppet.
Slayle froze solid in hearing his completely changed foster parent and the word puppet.
Slayle, I'll make you remember your mission. Kill the queen. If you say no and this girl dies, she's a Queen's Guard. She would be happy to give her life for the queen. I'm not saying now. Think about it. Save this girl or save the queen. Ponder it carefully.
The old bishop and Sophia began to fade away, but Slayle could not move. Kogan was also frozen like Slayle. Stiffly, he turned his head towards you.
What? What is this?
I didn't know this. I didn't notice, even when it happened in the castle. You weren't the one who kidnapped Sophia to lure Her Majesty. The waves of memory rolled in as if to answer his question. Slayle could neither kill the queen nor abandon Sophia. Slayle chose to meet the old bishop all by himself. The underground temple. How hateful it looked now. Sophia! By the old bishop's side was Sophia, bound by magic. Slayle carefully took a stance with the sword of the Queen's Guard given to him by the Queen.
Slayle, so you disobey me to the end.
The old bishop's face became covered with anger, as opposed to what it normally looks like.
Then this girl shall die.
Sophia shut her eyes. Slayle ran forward, and then a dignified voice echoed. Halt! The old bishop smiled.
Welcome, my queen, to the temple.
Your Majesty, why? I told you, Slayle. I would risk my life for your heart.
So you are sacrificing your life for my puppet.
Hold your tongue, peasant dog. You have no life. I have no life to give you. I am risking my life for the sake of Sophia and Slayle. Slayle, this is an order. We shall save Sophia and return safely. As she finished her sentence, the battle began. The old bishop cast a spell. Slayle defended. The queen and the old bishop's magic clashed. Countless attacks, endless defenses, repeating the turns of combat. In a flash, Slayle took back Sophia. In a flash, Slayle injured his left arm. Even so, Slayle, without a second thought, blocked the magic aim for the queen. And then Slayle slashed the shade that was trying to attack the queen from behind. The shade collapsed at that instant. Culligan and some knights came to the underground temple looking for the missing queen. Slayle, what the hell are you doing? He must have thought Slayle had his sword pointed at the queen. The old bishop shouted before you or the queen could say anything.
Ha 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 ha. Enough, Slayle. I have enough magic for the ritual.
Golden light surrounded the old bishop. The knights who attacked the old bishop out of fear were swallowed by the light. No! Sophia, who broke free from the spell, threw herself in front of Slayle. The impact of the spell felt like it was tearing Slayle apart. Sophia disappeared into the white light. Slayle's consciousness was also fading away in the light. Slayle summoned up his last strength and threw the sword of the Queen's Guard at the old bishop. And so Duhan was destroyed in the flash. The voice of the old bishop echoed throughout the space in between the memory and reality.
Oh, my lord, take this offering.
He returned to reality, slightly disoriented. The fragmented pieces of your memory have now finally been put together. Colgan bit his lip so hard it was bleeding. His clenched fist was quivering. Slayle, You quietly shook your head. Colgan eased his tension. But I still don't get it. Why did Ledua not want us to see this? Was there something we missed? Colgan narrowed his eyes, thinking.
Ledua said that one time, for the sake of Her Majesty.
Her Majesty. Colgan thinks about the Queen on the first floor. The hotelier that differed from the Queen in his memory with eyes cold as ice. Colgan smiled slightly. No, it can't be. That's just too much. But Colgan could not suppress the anxiety that was building up inside. The huge amounts of power needed to revive the God of Darkness. In order to obtain it, the crazy old bishop caused the flash. For a foolish wish to resurrect the God of Darkness. For that purpose, many innocent people have lost their lives. Their souls were sacrificed to satisfy the God's hunger. That is unforgivable.
Slayle, you've been through a lot. Betrayed by your parents, deceived by that bishop, and not even trusted by your comrades. I mean, look at me, I don't trust you. And the only two women who believed in you are no longer here.
And Sarah, she's not here either.
If I were you, I'd have given up on life a long time ago. But trust me, for the most part, we're different. You saved my soul. Betraying you now would be betraying myself.
That crystal definitely showed us many things we didn't know. But there's just one puzzle I cannot figure out. What is this offering he mentioned? He was obstinately after Her Majesty. Then does it point to the Queen Hotelier? If so, then is Her Majesty dead? It seems that this is a mission that we must carry out. Alright. Trying to wrap up our business down here as quickly as possible. Quite a bit we learned there. Fuck me. Getting a little overzealous with the button mashing. Ricardo lost his spell. But yeah, I think the story pulls together pretty nice right about there. Oh look, another trap chest. I'm going to be running out of inventory space in a minute. We just got a little bit of ways left to go, and I'll be heading back to town. And this video's gone on longer than I thought it would. I thought it would be done in about maybe 30 minutes, but it's been going on quite a bit. And there's a lot of traps in this room, I remember. Oh, and here I was hoping you were going to see a trap kill somebody. Oh, and it does that too. It just randomly flips the camera around on you. Which sucks in a room full of ninjas. Let's get the hell out of here. Son of a bitch. Damn you, Ricardo. See how many people we can get killed in the party before we leave. They all hate Hina. I guess it's that ninja samurai thing we have going on here. Let's try this again. Alright. God, that gets annoying really quick. Alright. And we have, inside the bag was a key. You got the B8 key. Okay, now I just made a save state, so if this doesn't work out, I think you might actually get locked back out. No, you wouldn't get locked out of here, that's stupid. Use the B8 key, and now we have a shortcut to get back up here. But first, we have a little bit of business left to finish. I don't believe there's a boss fight up here. Your field of vision is narrowing. Your ability to think is weakening. Deep malice is hanging in the air. Your mouth has the unique taste of blood in it. The spectacle I saw in the crystal surpassed my expectations. No, it's you. It was Sir Eugene Gustam, the man who signed his soul to the King of Darkness to take over the throne. Even wild dogs dare not come here, all because of one madman. Glancing over history, the start of tragedy has many trivial things, but this is an example of one man's madness destroying the world. Now I finally understand the tragedy that has befallen our country, but I have yet to comprehend the true intentions of Ladua. Thinking of the people, it explains why Ladua was using inhuman reasoning. If the people knew the Queen is missing, they would lose all hope. But still. Eugene stopped. He went into deep thought. Did the Queen really perish in the flash? Even so, why does Ladua make no effort to rebuild Duhan? Is that not the will of the late Queen? If he did, I'm sure the people would accept him as the new king. In spite of that, why is he so obsessed with this labyrinth? That could possibly be the purpose of going this far. To be despised by many, to deplete the treasury. If I'm correct, the Queen is alive, and Ladua knows that. All the pieces of this puzzle are slowly coming together. Eugene winked at the monsters behind him, as if to give an order. Now it seems that I must meet Ladua, and bring this tragedy to an end. And I will not get involved. God damn it. God damn it! What's worse is there's a Reaper that'll appear here sometimes. And you're trying to run away from the Reaper and it keeps doing this shit to you. God fucking motherfucker! I don't remember it being that goddamn persistent last time. Run away! Okay. I don't even remember what way I'm going now. This way. Fucking hell. Son of a bitch. We made it. I can quit losing my mind now. I believe there is treasure over here.
The shinies.
I don't know if it's anything good, to be honest, but I just know there's treasure on both sides of here. Questionable armor was given to Sarah. She won't oppose the heavy load. And we have another cutscene. Slayle. You stopped at the sound of a gentle voice that was supposedly lost in the flash. Here I thought it was... There was... Slayle? Is it because you were able to remember me that we were able to meet again? I've been waiting for this moment, from the time I became a soul, ever since then. Sophia, who you had thought you'd never meet again, was standing within arm's reach. You gently reached for Sophia with trembling hands, but your hand went straight through. Alas, you can no longer touch me, but I can speak with you like this for a short time. I feel this is a miracle, compared to the time when I can only just watch you fight and get hurt. Your chest fills with emotions that cannot be expressed. With your memory regained, you now understand. She sacrificed her body in order to save you and Culgan. And she has been watching over you all this time. The fact that you were standing right... The fact that you were standing right here, right now, is undoubtedly thanks to her. Tell her I already have someone. Fuck you, bitch. When you tried to thank her, her face grew clouded. Stop it. I have no right to be thanked. I destroyed your peaceful life. If I did not get caught, right now, you would still be living there peacefully. No apology would be enough. In spite of that, I am speaking so that I may ask you to do a very difficult task. Sophia overlapped her transparent hands with yours. The flash of destruction that overcame Duhan, it was not just any magical destruction, it was a ritual. It was a ritual that extracts souls by destroying their vessels. The extracted souls become sacrifices to the sinister god. There are souls that still remain, unable to understand that their body was destroyed, and there are souls that remain due to strong feelings. But all of them will eventually assimilate with that god. Right now, the god has an exalted soul. Only a few more souls, and the god will resurrect. An exalted soul? It can't be. Culgan, who had kept quiet, suddenly turned pale. Her Majesty's soul. Please, Slayle, free Her Majesty's soul. You sensed it. This was her last wish. You nodded, and she gave a slight smile. Slayle, thank you. Now I can... Sophia began to fade away. I want to see you smile. So long, Slayle. Leaving behind a smile that makes your heart sink, the sacred healer Sophia faded away. A shining magic stone appears in your hands. It felt as if it was Sophia herself. You got the will stone. Slayle? Culgan calls out to you as you stand there. I shall grant the final words of the Queen's Guard, Sophia. You can use me as much as you like. Oh, yeah. We must save Her Majesty and stop the resurrection of the sinister god. We must respond to Sophia, who protected us with her life. You shook Culgan's hand with a mingling of emotions. Culgan has registered as a member. Haha. You got him to your party at the tavern. And there's another of the, I'll talk about it in a minute. Sophia, she hasn't changed a bit. Her kindness is like that of an affectionate mother. She was able to give her life without expecting anything in return. What can I do to become as strong as her? To say that love knows no boundaries, but no one can be like her. Michelle's face clouded with grief. The thought of Sophia's soul was troubling her. Like those who died in the flash, her soul was chained to this labyrinth. Even still, she's worried about others rather than her own agony. Her attachment to this world was stale in her majesty. Michelle's eyes became watery and tears ran down her cheeks. Please, let her soul rest in peace. Only we, the ones left behind, can do so. It seems I was getting it wrong. True strength is not the heart that can resist fear and pain, but the calm heart that can envelop and negate even darkness. Sophia's soul is limitlessly pure and stronger than anything. Even if it is death, it cannot harm her willowy soul. I feel I have been awakened to the truth, and truly strong among the kind.
You have an unbreakable bond with her, even as a soul doesn't fade. I was touched. Love and friendship change easily, right? No one seriously goes around looking for it. But you showed me that love can last forever.
Tears flowed out of Henna's beautiful eyes. There are those who go astray due to their feelings. There are those who are tormented by not being able to express their feelings. I believe I understand. How hard is it to walk the path of righteousness, concealing one's feelings? In her mind, she must be picturing her older brother who had become a demon. Sophia wasn't mistaken. She carried warm light within her body and walked all the way through. The power of love is so beautiful and so strong. For one more time, I want to try and believe in the feelings of people. After wiping her eyes, she smiled bashfully. Alright. And along with Henna, Culligan is the best party member that comes out of the NPCs. So we'll probably be adding him to the party later on. But first... Damn it, I did it again. We have one more treasure chest to loot. A questionable robe. How full is she with crap anyway? She's got plenty. Alright. So, back to the raft. Alright. We're back here. First, let's get Sarah picked up. She's feeling rather limp of late. And we have a quest to turn in, and that'll be a video. I really didn't expect this video to go on this long. Like I said, I expected this to be over in maybe 30 minutes, but yeah, it's been a pretty good video. Got a lot done, so we're one step closer to being at the end of our journey. I'm kind of sad in a way. This has been a pretty fun game to play. I really like this one. To the bar! It's always daylight here.
All of you are back, safe and sound.
Garcia walked towards you with a friendly smile.
I heard it didn't make it on time. Well, there are times like that.
Garcia laughed loudly.
Wolf was really depressed after he came back. Said the Lord of the Undead whooped his ass. He's always been by himself, so he had the confidence to take on anyone. But it's good medicine for him, and I won't do anything so rash. Oh yeah, here's your reward.
You got a neck breaker, which is actually a sword, and a shit ton of experience.
You know, he said something weird. Said that all the monsters come back to life. That's nonsense. If that's true, then the world's in deep shit. Don't you think so? I believe that one day, this town will regain its beauty. As soon as I leave. See you later.
Put some pants on. Alright. And I believe we have... It's not there yet, so we have to come back later on to get our last quest. But I will do that in the next video. But first, we need to get everyone rested up. Kyo went to level 15. Ricardo went to level 17. Henna is now level 18, and her trust is poop. She went to level 16. Like I said, I normally do a lot better in this game, believe it or not. I'm normally a lot more on top of things, but LPing being what it is, I don't like to waste people's time. So, yeah, there have been sections of this game I've been kind of rushing through. So, you know how it goes. Well, maybe you don't, but anyways. Let's look at everyone's crap real quick. Because he's got some reagents on him. We need to get everyone have an empty slot in their inventory real quick. So let's make some spells. Actually, we have a new vellum as well that we can use. Zacreta Stone, Jacould Stone, huge freezing damage. What do we have over here? Fields. We like that one. We will combine the Skull and the Hound's Ear. Perfect. Gets rid of his stuff. Because we want to give Ricardo Neckbreaker after all. Very nice for him, I know that, just offhand. And we will give it to Michelle. So now we have two people who can cast the full row heal. Sub-Barretts, Stipple, Fire Damage, Force. I don't really use them as offensive casters ever. Maybe I should, but I don't. Huge freezing damage to enemies. Now that sounds like fun. I've always reluctant to use these unique reagents, like Golem's Flesh. I never like to use them because they only occur once. But as far as I know, there's nothing really special about them. But I just hate to use them because it's like you're never going to see them ever again. Well, you actually can see them later on, but, well, we'll get to that later. Alright, for now, I'll continue that some other time when I'm doing this by myself. Which I will do someday. Someday. Alright, time to get some stuff appraised. Even though I could do it for free with Michelle, but that takes longer. And really, you don't need money in this game. What do we have here? Faith Armor. The power of Faith increases resistance to poison and agility. Allows last change to Bishop. And who cares? Better defense. Better evasion. All around better for everybody. Let's see. Ricardo, Kill, he's getting hit a lot more. And most of the time when Sarah gets hit, it's by spells. So I don't figure she really needs it. Let's see what we have here. We have a questionable longsword. Holy Knight Sword. Increases life from sacred powers. Can only be equipped by knights. Well, that's unfortunate. We don't have a knight. And we will never ever have one. Ever. There's actually one NPC knight in the game, I believe, whom hasn't signed up to join the party yet, which is probably because I did something wrong. I think I didn't do a little bit of extra stuff, but we'll get to that later. Could with magical powers, your max hit points will increase if its powers are released. Good for Ricardo. Possibly good for Kyo, but oh wait. I don't know. I can't see him because his inventory's full. I really hate inventory management in this game. I really do, because he's got, like I said, a full inventory worth of crap, and so I can't try anything out on him. Alright, a questionable staff. Freezing staff. I don't care, we never use staves. Nah. You can equip it, you can use it. Questionable robes. The Bloody Robe. The robe bloodied with one's own blood. The magical powers can burn enemies. Disables users' spells. Well, that sounds like poop. So, we will not use that. Questionable armor. More faith armor. So I guess we don't have to pick between Kyo and Sarah. We can just put it on both. have a will stone as well that we will put to use later on. What am I gonna sell? Neckbreaker! No. We will sell the silver armor. Still not sure on the petrified dagger, but I believe it's, I believe the one he has right now is better. I will check eventually. Holy Knight sword, do not need. Or want. Yeah, she's got a bunch of crap on her. From my frenzied buying of antidotes. You don't have anything we want. Well, get rid of the healing staff. We don't need you. And the bloody robe. Alright. Well, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. We are in 1 hour and 5 minutes, which I'm not sure if that's our longest or not, but it's pretty close. It's up there. Anyways, guys, as always, I'll see you next time, and take care of yourselves.